Oh, goody. More branching fun times?
Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
Well,
What's gone wrong here?
What happened?
the sync machine isn't operating to capacity. Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
God, I hate when people give you deadlines like that. You tell them, a bare minimum amount of time that it's going to take to do something, and then they turn around and it's something they know pretty much nothing about, and they're like, that's great, do it in half the time. And you're like, well, I already gave you the minimum of, actual probability here. I'm afraid I can't bend the laws of space-time to make things work to whatever crazy schedule you have in your head.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
I'm with you, Pewter. That's my face when people tell me to cut my deadlines in half.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
Oh, and you're cutting more time off.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Yet sometimes you can't just cut time limits like that. As much as you want to believe that we all can work miracles and
Why would Mayumi lie?
bend space-time.
She is probably protecting someone.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Oda.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
To make himself out the hero.
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
Well, the van was stolen.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But there were no fingerprints from her on the
The
steering wheel.
forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
Iris had her eye taken out.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
Ota and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
Could have been fighting with a part of himself.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
I know where you're
In
going.
short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. this was all a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushida's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
Yeah, but I've seen him in the polar bear costume and his head don't come up nearly high enough to be wearing that.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
He's wearing his backpack under there?
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
Or it's possible that she didn't see that somebody else was driving the van, didn't realize that she saw it go past, got in her car, followed it, and was at the warehouse much earlier than Ota. But because she didn't see that somebody else had taken the car, she assumed the polar bear was Ota.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Why would they do that?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive.
Yep, because of the sync machine.
Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
That's true, I guess I have other information. I wonder how well all the facts actually carry across the different timelines or different branches. Because clearly the people that stay alive and die are different. But the relationships remain the same.
Ota? Why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her! Why?
Because she confessed, kid. Photo in front of Ota. It's his family photo. You doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer!
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi is under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying. So we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal!
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
You...
Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
I do have a pretty good theory on that one.
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has... dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About her dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right?
Yep.
People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day. And he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor. They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was... such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job.
I mean, it's not abnormal to have both parents working. It's kind of abnormal if both your parents have extensive jobs. Like where one of them works pretty much 24/7.
And they bought me a PC and idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Dead?
And there's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up. So they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay. Even when I told her I was going to drop out.
Oof. Boy, kid, you were...
Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
You were so blind.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer. Well, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
And yeah, it'll help you. Take a couple of basic writing classes. It's a great help.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity.
They don't. That's how you get burnout.
I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
Yeah, kid. You had no appreciation for what you had. You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah, how do you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth. But I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words.
After 5,000 words, that's barely an essay. Boy. You give up way too easy.
To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
When did her illness start?
Not long after I quit college. Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Yeah, that was helping the situation, Oda.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
About that picture.
What's that picture?
It's the same one Mayumi had, right? Oda turned the photo frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me. One time, when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Yeah, kind of.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit, but I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time.
And logic isn't usually what drives people's behavior.
But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times.
Hmm.
Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
It's cold. I don't want to go. Well, he's depressed now. Way to go. Alright, back to the warehouse. Do you think they'll have found anything new, or will we have to do it? I mean, I'm quite amazed any crimes get solved.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
Aiba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m.
Okay, recaps. Got
At
it.
that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
So almost certainly not her.
Aiba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought
How
on the
did
floor of
Mayumi
the
get
cold
here?
storage warehouse. But that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
And the van is their only car.
Of course, a different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Aiba connected to the end system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate. Why?
Unknown. But we should speak with the driver immediately.
Oh, that's super sus. Okay, yeah, let's go to Lemniscate and talk to who's driving a taxi and coincidentally ending up at another Okiura location.
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
Oh god.
Moi?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
Really?
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
About Iris.
What? You're too far away. I can't hear you.
I walked closer to the receptionist.
Oh, I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not? What if I'm next? Freaks me out. Date, could you introduce me to some big, strong man who can protect me?
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
No, I'll totally die.
It's business as usual.
What? You gotta come close. Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a day, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off. So they want to avoid that, of course.
Alright, Mr. Driver. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
Okay, what are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
About Mayumi? Before I arrived at Lemniscate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Oh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Old hag.
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
Okay, so I'll describe for you.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit,
I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour.
Paid up front how? Like, you just ask for $200, right? I hope you get more if she went over.
Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van, so I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there. While waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move, the old hag suddenly spoke up. "I have to buy something," she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki man chocolate.
Conveniently.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
Yeah, that was far more plausible than the weird Ota Iris setup thing. Although, I did think that was possible to start with. It seemed too convenient. I thought Ota might have set it up to be the hero again, but then he ended up stabbed and dead, so,
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district.
to where the sync machine was, so they picked up Sosajima. Probably. I'm assuming it's him because, that is the only person with a manner that's been introduced at all in this entire game so far. And then they went to the chemical plant, which had the prototype sync machine.
The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
Okay. Keep going.
About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
Okay, one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman Sosajima.
Yep, called it.
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
Possibly to collect
We
him
need
as well.
to speak with him immediately.
If he's missing, it was because they also kidnapped him. if he's still alive, then he's definitely something involved in this.
Agreed. Let's move.
I mean, we still aren't sure what that is. Okay, let's go chase after Mr. Sajima. Yes, I'm very unclear how he knows, how he's involved with Iris and everything.
There's no one here.
Indeed.
Did you just climb over the wall again, Date? That is definitely trespassing.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside.
That's definitely trespassing. And also, in spite of you not breaking anything, it's still breaking and entering.
Hey, Aiba. Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Oh, right.
Well, something's probably in the vase, right? A folding screen. Can't see much further over than that, so it's either it's got to be something in here. Expensive looking low table in the middle of the room. There's a cushion on top of the chair. I think large vase is really the only thing left.
There's something strange about this vase.
You mean the fact that it's bolted shut on top?
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
Seems a little bit weird, right?
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure...
Yes. How about we x-ray? Dead body parts in here, right? Oh, yeah. Yep. That is a dead congressman. He's been chopped up and stuffed in a vase. I'm actually very impressed that they got bolts into the ceramic without breaking it. It seems a little... You'd expect it to be glued rather than bolted. Anyway.
What the?
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
Yeah, so, yep. They drove here, and he ended up dead. Shoot the top. Oh, gross. And his eye's gone too.
So Sajima?
Because they also stuck him in the sink machine. Well. Zo's body, cut into pieces. Yeah, so they could fit it in the vase.
That is the head of So Sajima.
The left eye is hollowed out.
This is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
Do you have an estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
At that time, Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central Hospital.
Yeah, so that crosses all of them
They
off.
have not moved.
As being, well, I mean, if there's more than one killer.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Assuming that this is the work of a single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
Yes, but do you know it's a single killer? I mean, the first one was 2. This case, it's probably 1.
Ota, Mayumi, and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
Right. By the way, why is there no one in the mansion? No bodyguards, no housekeepers.
I do not know.
Does So have family?
So Sajima's wife died in labor 30 years ago, giving birth to their son. Their son is currently living abroad.
So lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
No, just...
Kind of sad.
Date, a call from Pewter.
Connect me.
Date, the sync machine is up and running. You can sync with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I found Sosajima's body, with the left eye hollowed out.
What?
I'm at the Sajima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why so?
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
Well, I mean,
Date, what is your plan?
the others were involved with the Kumakuras.
Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do. If that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday. And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers. Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't. Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Then...
Yeah, we're gonna sync with Mayumi.
Well, sinking time again.
Date, a large-scale investigation of Sosajima has already begun. At this very moment, the media is already swarming outside the building.
Really? Doesn't matter. The sync is what's important. If we sink into Mayumi's brain, that might help us find the real culprit.
I understand. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You can tell me I have 6 minutes?
Then, let's begin.
Oh my god, he didn't tell me I have 6 minutes. It's a miracle. Everybody always tells me that.
Where am I?
Where is this? Oh, silly me. This is my house. Huh? What happened to me?
This is Matsushita Diner, though it looks odd. Likely an effect of the dementia.
Then we need to help remind her.
Do you think such a thing can be done?
This diner means everything to Mayumi. If we do what we did last time and reproduce the actions from Mayumi's memories, we could help her remember everything.
Is this what you call your intuition?
Told you it was useful.
Well, if we must.
Yep, let's fix the diner and we can fix her brain.
Somnium scan! Activate!
I mean, the other timeline you were convinced that you fixed Iris by doing this. It was never really explained what that was. I was thinking it could be down the locked path, the other locked path. All right. Find her lost memories.
The sliding door at the entrance. Who could that be?
Oh. Let's do welcome.
Welcome! Come on in!
Why did you say it like that?
Oh, they're not a customer. The sliding door at the
Agent
entrance.
Date, you've got
Who
5
could that
minutes.
be? Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ota. You're late today.
I'm home.
I figured that was the case, but I wanted the timey.
Are you not hungry? Today's dinner is omelet rice. Your favorite. Dad isn't back yet, but you can start eating.
Again? I'm okay. I ate already.
But...
I'm fine.
Ota, wait! Ota?
Part of the diner has manifested.
Maybe this is one of the memories she forgot. It must be important to her, though.
It looks like a sad memory.
Doesn't matter if it's sad. It's still important.
A swinging door that leads to the kitchen. Ota, come over here. Ota? Ota, a girly magazine came in the mail. Is this for Ota or for Dad?
Well, this is awkward, but there's no reaction.
I tried my best.
Let's investigate something else.
Agent Date, you've
An
got
old
4
menu.
minutes.
Let's come up with a new menu. Sautéed matsutake and shiitake mushrooms. The Matsushita set meal. 3,980 yen. What do you think?
I'm leaning toward no.
An
Well,
old
that was
menu.
unfortunate.
One ramen, please. Wait a moment. What would me ordering anything accomplish?
I thought it might trigger Mayumi's memories of customers.
But Mayumi still thinks that customers frequent her diner, correct?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh,
It's the phone.
It's the phone. Maybe try picking it up?
Roger. My husband?
Yes, Matsushita Diner. Yes. Well, yes. Yes. What? My husband! Why? How could this happen?
Oh, it's so sad.
The diner has changed again. However,
These memories aren't all happy, but they are all significant.
if this continues, will it not have a negative effect on Mayumi?
Maybe. But we have to see this through. We have to.
Understood.
Okay. Bucket.
A bucket. Let's wear it. Let's wear it?
Aiba, wear it!
Roger. Wearing it, I suppose. I feel as though my defense power has gone up.
And?
I am impervious to telepathic interference.
Yeah, like Magneto's helmet.
You're afraid. I remember.
I will never forget this, Date.
There we go. Anyway,
You have less
Cake.
than 2
A
minutes.
delicious cake.
Hurry.
I wonder who it's for.
congratulations, Ota.
Congratulations, Ota.
I'm home.
Ota!
Oh, your dad.
Congratulations on getting into the university, son! Congratulations!
Hooray!
That is a really large hat.
Ota was quite the spoiled child, wasn't he?
He definitely had a lot of growing up to do.
Yup.
But that's what makes him so important to Mayumi.
I see. It's an envelope. Some kind of mail? This is a bank statement. The Matsushita family's loan.
Let's do our best.
Let's do our best.
We have to keep supporting Ota.
Okay. We'll work harder for Ota's dream.
And he wasted it. That's so sad. It's just so tragic.
We reproduced another painful memory.
No, not quite.
Are you certain? Mayumi was under a heavy burden of debt and stress running the diner.
That's true. But sometimes hardship is worth it.
Is that so?
Yup. Oh. I see you, eyeball. You can't hide from me.
Hurry!
It's a sticker from a chocolate candy.
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
It?
This is Ota when he was small?
Do you mean chocolate?
Yeah, Todoroki man, remember? Oh, that. Yes, of course I bought it. Look, the Momonoke Man chocolate that you like. Here you go. That's not it. Oh, honey, I thought you liked the Momonoke Man chocolate. No, I told you. It's Todoroki Man. Oh, sorry. Your mom can be such a dummy sometimes.
Sheesh, kid.
You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot! Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon. Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man, it's Todoroki Man! I hate this! I hate you, Mom! What? Wait, Ota! Where did you go?
Oh, it's so sad.
Please, come out from hiding, Ota. Ota, I'm sorry. Mommy won't make any mistakes anymore, Ota. Ota! Come back! Ota!
Oh.
Ota? Takaro? Don't leave me! Don't leave me alone! I'm sorry, Ota. Ota! Takaro! I can't do this on my own. Don't leave me!
Well, that's depressing.
So that's what happened.
Date, Look at what you've done. If Mayumi wakes up after all this trauma,
I know it's risky, but we're here for a reason.
what are you planning?
We have to keep going. Just a little more to awaken her past.
But
If she loves her family this much, there has to be something. There has to be a precious memory hidden deep within.
is that your intuition?
It is.
Oh, boy, do I not have a lot of time.
A wall clock.
Turn back time. All the way back to when Oda was born?
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
We've gone back in time. Time is a precious resource, Date. Don't waste it.
Stop nagging me. I'll figure it out.
Autographs decorate the wall.
Oh, good lord. I have a really, really shitty timey here.
Mikimoto?
Who is that?
A photographer with some sort of beard like a mountain man? Autographs decorate the wall. Enoshima?
Who is that?
Unknown. But I hope we...
Oh, Junko and Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, okay.
Date, you're out
Autographs
of time.
decorate the wall. Hongo?
Who is that?
Unknown. I can't picture the face.
So these are all from other Spike Chunsoft games, I guess. I only know the
we cannot
Danganronpa one.
continue.
No, we're not done yet. There has to be...
Date, enough!
Yes, there has to be something. We're gonna go back and check. Maybe the answer is advance time. Although we'll try this one first.
A wall clock.
Oh, look at all our flowers.
Ota, sweetie! Mom! I... Huh?
We know we can be a hassle sometimes, so... Huh, Ota.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom. You know, I love you. Forever and ever. Me too, Ota. I love you both so much. I'll love you both no matter what. Oh, forever and ever.
Of course.
Oh, I'll never forget this. Oh.
Yeah! We are a family. We can do anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Looks like it's okay to go back now.
Yes, I agree. By the way, Date.
Hmm?
I admit, it is useful every now and then.
What is?
Your intuition.
So, we still didn't get to see anything from her as far as if she saw anything useful, but... No, maybe her memories have stabilized slightly. Oh, all the achievements. Well, now what?
Ota, I'm so sorry for worrying you.
Oh good, they got him back in the hospital.
What do you mean?
Your mother retracted her confession.
I'm so glad.
Yes, yes.
But Mom, why did you think I did it?
About that.
I explained to Oda. On Sunday night, Mayumi was following the van driven by Oda in a taxi. But when the van was hijacked in the Femisto parking lot, Mayumi was at another convenience store nearby, buying some chocolate. Because of that, she didn't see what happened. That's why Mayumi thought Oda was still in the van when it drove away. So she kept following it. The van drove all over Tokyo and eventually wound up in the warehouse district near the docks. Mayumi got out of the taxi and followed the van on foot. The van was later found at Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Mayumi walked into the warehouse and discovered the grisly scene.
A polar bear plucking out Iris's left eye? I was so terribly frightened.
I mean, that would be kind of surrealist.
I panicked and ran. I'm sure that's when I dropped the chocolate. And I ran away from the warehouse as fast as I could. I just kept running and running. But while I was running, I had a thought. Maybe that polar bear was Ota. Because at the time, I thought Ota was the one driving the van. If Ota brought Iris to the warehouse, then Ota must have been the one in the suit. That's what I was thinking anyway.
Yep.
So that's why.
I'm so sorry that Mom doubted you, Ota.
No, I understand. It's my fault for making you worry.
Ota...
How did they get a hold of your knife, though?
But there's one thing I don't get. Why did you buy that chocolate when you were following me?
Oh, because...
You liked Odoroki Man chocolate when you were young, right, Ota?
Yeah. I was like the number 1 or 2 collector of the stickers in my elementary school class. I stuck some of my duplicates all around the diner, too.
You and Mayumi have strong memories of that chocolate, right?
Yeah, but I guess they're not all sweet memories. They're like chocolate, you know? Bittersweet. Makes my heart hurt a little.
Well, at least you realized you were being a little shit.
That's not it! Oh, honey, I thought you liked the Momonoke Man chocolate. No, I told you! It's Odoroki Man! Oh, sorry. Your mom can be such a dummy sometimes. You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot! Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon. Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man, it's Odoroki Man!
After I yelled at her, Mom immediately went to buy me another chocolate. My dad came back from buying some ingredients at the same time and they ran into each other. My dad really let me have it.
How dare you speak to your mother like that?
Because Mom is stupid.
You're stupid to call your mother stupid. Your mother bought you that to make you happy. You need to think about how she feels. I didn't raise you like that.
But...
When she comes back, you apologize. Do you understand?
My dad told me to apologize as soon as Mom came back. But the guilt... I hurt my mother, you know? That guilt in my heart, it didn't go away. Even after I apologized to her. After that, things got awkward with Mom. But a few days later, my dad came up with an idea.
Hey, Ota, how about this? You know Mother's Day is coming up. Why don't we get a gift for your mom,
A gift?
That was the first time I had ever heard my dad say something like that.
His dad's visual style is just so much more jarring than everybody else in this game. He just doesn't look human compared to everybody else. It's just weird. It's like he was stylized for a different game.
You know how Mom always takes care of us. We should think of a way to pay her back.
I'm sure my dad was trying to clear the air between all of us. So, on Mother's Day, I used my New Year's money I saved up to buy my mom that flower knife. And my dad saved up a little money to buy the floral apron. And when Mom got her gifts, she started bawling. Like full-on crying.
Oh, you boys. I don't deserve all this. Thank you, thank you. You do deserve it, Mom. I'm proud that you're my mom. Right, Dad?
Oh, yes. Mom is the best mom in the world.
Thank you. Thank you. Say cheese!
Sorry. I lost track of time. What were we talking about again?
The Todoroki Man chocolate. Why she bought the chocolate in the middle of tailing you.
Tailing?
Mom.
It could be due to her memory disorder. It is possible that her thought process was once again short-circuited.
Ota, I'm just going out on a limb here.
Huh?
Earlier I looked inside Mayumi's head.
Inside her head?
She was thinking of nothing but you. Her head was full of memories of you. Mayumi just wanted you to come back, Ota. So she bought that chocolate. The chocolate you loved as a kid. She thought she could get you back home with it. That's why I believe, in Mayumi's head, you're still young, Ota.
Huh?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, you're right, Date. That's why my mom bought the chocolate. She wanted her little kid back.
Okay, what now?
I was always so selfish.
I'm glad we've resolved all of your personal familial issues, but we still have a killer out there.
I made my mom go through such hard times. So from now on, I'm going to support her the way she supported me. I'll do anything. I'll deliver newspapers or be a janitor or anything. I'll work as hard as I can to make sure my mom can rest easy.
What about your dream of being an author?
Well, of course I'm not gonna give up on that. But I'll set my sights a little smaller.
Practicality doesn't go amiss.
I'll start by writing a short story.
Let me read it when you're done.
Of course.
One last thing.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something important.
Something important?
I heard the nurses talking before I came in here. Iris is awake.
Really?
Yeah, she's due to be transferred from the ICU to the general ward.
Thank God.
Well,
You saved her life, you know. Maybe, just maybe,
Huh? Maybe what?
nothing. See you, kid.
now let's see. Does she have any information for us?
Is Iris your girlfriend?
Yeah, I'll introduce you next time. She's a great girl.
Oh my, I'm looking forward to it. Is she going to be your financier? Oh, maybe I should clean up a bit first.
Financer? Oh, fiancé.
Oh yes, yes, that's it.
In his
Jeez,
dreams.
Mom.
Date, there are still many loose ends in this investigation.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like another all-nighter.
Is that where this ends? If I actually found another route ending. Yep. And things are still locked, I bet.
Has there been any progress in this Jima investigation?
None. Zero clue.
Not exactly. We have 2 clues.
2?
2 points of information. But they may not connect directly to the murders.
What are the 2 clues?
Point 1. This may be easier to see than explain. I sent a video to the boss's PC. Could you check there, please?
Boss went to her desk and moved her mouse. I stood next to her and looked at the monitor.
What's this?
It's from Sunday night.
Yes, after Date was beaten by Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
You witch!
There, stop it. I noticed this earlier as well. Do you see the walk on the floor beside Iris and Mayumi?
Yeah, what about it?
Look closely. The bottom part is curved. Do you notice anything in the reflection?
Iris and Mayumi.
Yes. I have prepared an enlarged and processed version of the image. Boss, the next video.
You witch! You stay away from my boy!
Tessa! What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, everything's fine.
She
Okay,
took the knife.
let's go.
So that explains that. I was wondering about that.
Ota.
Just a very shiny walk.
Hey, what's this?
Iris has the kitchen knife?
The video continues, but this should be enough. Iris took the knife and left the diner with Ota.
But if Ota's testimony is true, the polar bear had the kitchen knife.
Maybe it was taken off of Iris when she was kidnapped.
At the Femisto parking lot? Whatever, we can think about it later. You said you had 2 clues.
Yeah, what's the other one?
I have learned new information. More thorough autopsy results of Renju's body have revealed something. An object in his intestines.
An object?
A clump of organic matter. Because it was partially digested, it took significant time to analyze.
Well, what was it?
Shoko Nadami's eyeball.
Oh. That's creepy. So I guess if she saw... So not necessarily the machine doing it, because the polar bear was cutting out her eye when Mayumi saw it. Weird. That's the difficulty I'm having with this, is it's hard to know what facts actually carry over between routes. Like, you should be building up this sort of bank of facts that should be leading you to some sort of conclusion if you can get them all to sort of line up. But on the one hand, it's like you have people gouging out eyeballs because, and then you have the machine that does it. And it's weird. And then now there's shoving the eyeball, like he digested it, they made him eat it. It's like, it's weird. It's just, I don't know, inconsistent facts about the cases. I mean, all the relationships are sort of pretty much the same, but that's like the only consistency between the routes. And so it's like, what information am I gathering that's supposed to unlock things in the other routes if the facts don't say the same? But anyway, I digress again. All right, so okay, let's go up to the flowchart. So we've done, it looks like, the red route all the way through. So now Ota's, if we have to do the red shelf instead. But I think that has to be the last branching one, right? I mean, I guess off of this branch, we encountered a new branch. So unless there's another branch off of this, which there could be, I suppose, whatever's down yellow has to unlock whatever's here. Yeah. In order to proceed, you must play through more of the story still. Okay, so that hasn't been unlocked yet. And I'm going to guess this one is still locked as well. Yeah, so whatever's down this last route here, whatever this split is, that's that should hopefully unlock things for us. Unlock our other 2 endings, hopefully. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up there next time.